What's going on, everybody? That's going for the latest news. And if you're new here, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. We're gonna get into King of the Ring earlier tonight. Or early in the evening, whatever you want to call it, because it started the early show. We started off with the Viper, Randy Orton, and Raheem Cody Rhodes. They had a decent match, but like I said, that match was predictable. We all knew Cody Rhodes was gonna come out on top, but it was some little key factors in that match. Little hill teasers you might, if you want to add. From like the Viper, Randy Orton. A lot of people felt like it started from on the ramp. But no, I noticed that once he took the turnbuckle off the rope, that was heel tactic right there from Randy Orton. But it backfired on him, and that's how Cody Rhodes came out on top in a decent match. They had a great match, a decent match. Wasn't it could have been better, but it was okay match. But it just was some key pointers there, within that match. Also, we had the match between Jade Cargill and Asuka, which was an alright match too. But again, that match was predictable within itself. I knew Jade Cargill was gonna come out on top, and it's no knock to Asuka. It just set up that way for Jade Cargill to win, because they pretty much gonna have Naomi cash in on her or something like that once Jade Cargill do go for that championship, because I believe they get a guaranteed championship match for winning King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring. So yeah, I believe they just trying to set up for that. So it was a decent match. Rhea Ripley had a match. What was it? A women's street fight against Raquel Rodriguez. I guess that was okay match too. You know what I mean? And women went back and forth. A lot of tables breaking and stuff like that. They went crazy. I ain't gonna lie. They went crazy in that match. Tonight's I ain't gonna lie, King of the Ring wasn't a bad show. It wasn't really a bad show. It was an alright show. SmackDown was alright last night too. It's just this is like more of a like a filler show, and a lot of people is like onto that, and it's like that's pretty much what it was. Also, Karrion Kross had a match with Sami Zayn, and it was a decent match, but Sami Zayn, the crowd, he's so much over in Saudi Arabia. He ended up going over on Karrion Kross, but my thing is, what's next for Karrion Kross after he keep taking all these L's, man? Like, did Sami Zayn really need that win? Like, did he really need the win? I mean, I think Karrion Kross needed that win a whole lot more than Sami Zayn. I'm not gonna lie. He definitely. I was shocked that Karrion Kross didn't go over today over Sami Zayn, because I don't think Sami Zayn he didn't need the win. It wouldn't really hurt Sami too much to take an L to Karrion Kross. But I don't even know. I don't know what's next for Karrion Kross after that L to Sami Zayn. Also, Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa had a match for the United States Championship. Jacob Fatu, he started off real hot, as always, until the interference from JC Mateo. Started off with him, JC Mateo. Then we got a returning Tamaloa, we hadn't seen Tamaloa since War Games of last year sometime. And then we also got the debut of his brother, Tola Tonga, who also made an interference, which, caused Jacob Fatu the United States Championship. So Solo Sikoa is now the new U.S. champion. I don't know what's next for Jacob. He's definitely going to need some backup for those guys, man. I ain't gonna, that's too many. And then that Tola Tonga is like 6'8". That dude is tall, man. God damn. So yeah, they definitely need to. Well, Jacob Fatu gonna have to figure out. I mean, cause he's like a one-man army, but there's only so much a one man can do against 4 people and stuff like that. Then where's Tama Tonga at? We still waiting on the return. He gonna be possibly return soon too to that group. I mean, it just makes sense. So that's gonna be 5. So I don't know. I don't know what Jacob Fatu gonna do about that, man. But he gonna have to figure it out. He'll figure it out though. Like I said, King and Queen of the Ring, Sabi was an alright show. Like I said, it was more of a filler and to build up possible future stories within what's going on, especially with Brandy and Cody. That's a little head scratcher right there. It's looking like Randy about to turn heel. He's about to be the one to finally turn heel, and a lot of people feel like he's going to interfere in the match between Cena and Cody at SummerSlam, because that's when they going to fight at SummerSlam. Now, as far as the match with him, Cena and CM Punk, now that was a good match. It started off real slow at first. You know what I'm saying? Started off slow, but then it started to heat up with the whole 3AAs and GTSs. It was just, they was, once it started to go crazy like that, then referees got knocked out, and then it was just, after that, it was just a whole lot of dick riding going on. It was just a whole lot of dick riding. With Seth freaking Rollins, he was looking like he's ready to cash in, but you know what I mean, he looked like he was going to be successful. You know what I mean, he looked like he had it in the bag, man, for a split second. You know what I mean, he had his boys take out the trash, and John Cena and CM Punk, you know what I mean, took them out, and then he had a referee ready, Robinson. He had him ready, but that ain't work out too well, because once Cena saw that happen, and Cena knocked his ass right to the floor. Like, nah, we not doing that, cuz we not doing that. We not on my watch. You not finna cash in on my watch. So Cena went to the ring, caught my boy Seth freaking Rollins with an AA. Caught him real good too. You know what I mean? It was too much going on in that match. You had Penta come out there and intervene. Like, I just don't know where they going with Penta, or just with all of the interference that was going on. It was just a whole bunch of interference going on that night with the whole Cena and Punk match. Punk, he got screwed, man. He got screwed by Seth freaking Rollins. So he gonna try to get that get back, right? You better ask Drew McIntyre. You better ask Drew McIntyre what screwing CM Punk over did to him. You know what I mean? He didn't let up on Drew McIntyre at all, man. Like, CM Punk was just dick riding, but he had a right to, because freaking Drew McIntyre was rubbing in his face, etc. But they had a great feud. Drew McIntyre and CM Punk is gonna go down as one of the greatest feuds of that year, 2024. Yeah, probably in the next 5 to 10 years of history. So, but yeah, like I said, they supposed to be going back to the States come Monday Night Raw. They should be already on their way heading back. To set up their shows. For SummerSlam, they getting ready to prepare for SummerSlam, which is in a few weeks time. But then we still got Saturday night's main event. Still got that card. We already know we got Goldberg versus Gunther set up that night already. As far as everybody else, I'm not too sure about. But yeah, this show though was, like I said, it was more of a filled show with predictable stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I already knew Cena was gonna go over. I kind of expected, Seth Rollins to try to do a little fake cash in too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of expected that as well, because all the things he was saying on Monday Night Raw this past week, which I don't even want to talk about. I don't even want to talk about how trash that shit was. Like, again, that Monday it sucked. But SmackDown was decent. This show right here, Money in the Bank, not Money in the Bank. King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring, Saudi Arabia was a decent show. It just, like I said again, it was like predictable. Like we knew. Well, like I said, it was a little close call between CM Punk and John Cena, but we knew that John Cena was gonna win some way, somehow. I was more shocked that we didn't get no Ron Killings, but it seemed like Rock Killings got other things on his plate with Aleister Black, cause he got caught with black mass last night, man. So it seemed like, now Aleister Black and R-Truth gonna be beefing for a while now. I think Ron Killings, R-Truth is gonna have to leave Cena alone for a while. I don't know, cause I for surely thought Ron Killings was gonna interfere in this match. Or you know what I mean? He might as well. Everybody else is out there dick riding. Why not have Ron Killings, R-Truth come out there and do the same? Like everybody else is out there doing it. That's the only thing I was a little sort of kind of shocked about. But like I said, they probably trying to slowly, surely move Ron Killings on from John Cena. I don't know what they trying to do with Ron Killings, man. I don't know if they trying to bury my boy. That's what people seem. That's what it seemed like to us. Like they slowly but surely trying to bury him instead of giving R-Truth, Ron Killings, a proper send off, man. Like I don't know. I don't want to jump the gun too fast because again, he's still with Aleister Black, dealing with Aleister Black and stuff like that. That's still like a major storyline because Aleister Black, he's a returning star and he's supposed to get his push, this year as well. So I guess they starting him out with Ron Killings, R-Truth, but I don't know because then Damian Priest is like in the middle two of this thing. So I don't know what they got planned for neither guys, because it's like I don't know. But yeah, this pay-per-view was like I rated like like a 8, 9. It could, like I said, it was because it was too much predictability going on, and throughout the whole show we already knew who's gonna win what, and some of the other matches didn't really need to be in the cards like that. I mean, Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross, let my boy Karrion Kross have his moment, but even though he didn't really have his moment because he still got dropped, man. So I don't know what I don't even know what's next for Karrion Kross. Like I said again, I feel like he needed that win more than Sami did, man. He did. I don't know how they gonna play my boy out, As far as Sami Zayn, I don't know about him either because, like, where is he fitting on anything? I know he's kind of involved with, he was out there too interfering with with Braun Breaker and Big Bronson Reed and Seth freaking Rollins and shit like that. But I don't know, man. It was just too much confusion going on towards the end of the night. It was just, I don't know where they going with this. Like I said, we still got SummerSlam and Saturday night's main event. I just don't know, man. But like I said, great pay-per-view though. I'm not gonna lie. It was alright, man. SmackDown was alright too, But now it's back to the States, and we got to get ready for SummerSlam and Saturday night main event. So yeah, you guys let me know what y'all thought about the show tonight. Make sure y'all guys check out my other videos if you guys haven't checked it out, and give me a like, share, subscribe. I really appreciate you guys showing me some love. Plenty more videos to come. I plan on going live and messing with you guys on this thing too as well. Open discussion, whether it's wrestling, whatever you guys want to talk about. No pun intended on the Cody Rhodes shit, but whatever. What do you guys want to talk about when I go live? We can talk about anything. It could be wrestling, NBA, food, whatever. Just the Diddler, whatever. But yeah, you guys let me know what y'all think. Like, share, comment, subscribe.